I like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. But my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. And feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feel. Mama say that he got drugs in his system. New image, old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen back then, I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me, crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. I'ma rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got 10. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Press the button in the door, open up. Let my nigga out the whip, ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell me spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came on, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Book Sports community around the world. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning After. Morning, how you doing?
Pretty good. I look like a bot right now, dude.
What do you mean?
What looks like a bot?
His hat.
Stop up. You're big lacrosse fans, big Alice fans over here. Oh, for sharing audio.
Audio.
Do I look like a bot?
What's wrong with audio?
Fishbowl.
Oh, it's your audio's on. It was your.
All right, there we go, chat. My bad. Run that back, Josh.
Run what back?
Just an intro. Good morning, Vietnam. How you guys doing this morning, huh?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. Had a fun night sweats last night, other than the University of Texas moo shit.
All
shit.
right.
Couldn't yours moo shit?
Is it?
Is it him?
We just need to figure out with the night sweats how to get game audio.
I don't know if people want it though.
Just raw dogging us talking is
I mean, dude,
crazy.
once you said that though, everybody in chat, like I didn't see a single person said that they want it.
No, there was a couple guys that were like, dude, would love to just at least hear the gameplay.
Dude, I swear everyone was saying no chance. They love raw
Dude,
dog.
definitely not.
I feel like you'd rather raw dog because then your
mic's
mic's going in and out of the game, like the game stopping, then your mic's going
Every
on.
streamer that plays video games, they have the audio, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Definitely
Streamers do that play video games?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
the YouTubers
dude.
that do it.
All of them.
Streamers. Like the MLB The Show guys I watch. I don't know how they do it.
Does the show really have noise though besides like the crack of the bat?
Yeah.
Wow. What if we turned commentary off and you just heard the hits and the guys yelling, like groaning?
We had a good night sweats last night.
You can call it that.
Do we have any clips like loaded up?
I did see some people clipping. I don't know.
Just Omarion Hampton, Jovan bring up Omarion Hampton just running at me with a full head of steam and me just completely collapsing. That just might need to get talked about.
Dude, Sonny, you can play with the WNBA in 2K.
Do they have?
Come on, brother. You can play with Caitlin Clark.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
count
find one.
22 clips. But no, we had quite the night sweats yesterday. It was fun. I just this This national championship is just going to elude us forever.
Well, let's just point out the obvious. Like
I
playing with
moved
3
the ball
people on
better
the
at
team, it's
quarterback.
really hard because as a quarterback, I think what you did a good job of is you weren't like force feeding like me or Jovan. Like you were like, hey, he's open, I'm throwing it to him. I was in like this thing where I'm like, I got to feed my people or they're not going to be happy. Right. So,
Dude, I was literally blocking for you in a video game.
yeah, you were. Yeah, you were laying that shit down.
There was no egos on that couch last night.
No, there's no egos. Like we tried our best.
Stay low, locks. We will be paying for the drinks tonight. I promise. We got a Surf Slaters at the end of every episode where we go through all the plays. But yeah, the national championship is just going to continue to elude us. And I think that's just the problem that we have.
Chat, you guys want to see a clip?
Oh my God.
Let's see some clips.
Are we pulling up clips?
Oh, we're pulling up clips. Here it is.
The failed match attempt was.
I thought you said.
No.
I thought you did.
How did that happen?
Hold up.
No, that's messed up.
No.
That's a really bad word. That's a really bad word.
Hold up.
That's a tough word.
All right, hold up.
I don't know how we
Extract
can
that
picture
out.
All right, hold up. There was a thought in my brain where I went, that back shoulder catch felt too easy.
That's unbelievable.
There was also a moment where I thought,
that was a good
there's
ball,
no
though.
way I'm running this hard on Heisman.
Dude, that was a good ball.
All right, well, we're back. We're back. Now you guys know. We actually didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
All right, we're back.
Still in that bitch off.
oh, this is. We're back.
Darius. I'm gonna squeak like Ma's coach.
I'm cooking
squeak.
nuts.
Oh,
I'm
I
squeak.
gotta go away.
Oh,
my
yep,
God.
immediate pick on Heisman. Yeah, we're in shit. We are in
Where am I
shit.
at? Where am I at?
Who is
I don't know
diving,
where
Mike?
I'm
Who
at,
is
dude.
diving?
I don't know
Who
where I
is
am.
diving? Who is diving?
Dude, that was so bad.
Dude, that would be the funniest thing if I like threw a pick and you just see bodies just like diving because no one knows who they are.
Dude, the funniest thing about that clip is we got difficulty checked and then immediately threw a
First
pick
play.
6.
First play.
Oh my
Literally first play.
God. Dude, that was actually hysterical.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, hold on. This is freshman. Like, dude, there's no way you guys are doing that. We were like, dude, we're on Heisman.
Wait, so why did it? I'm confused why I let you change mid game that time, but not.
Because I think in the national championship, they probably don't want you fooling around with them.
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know.
They probably don't want you fooling around with the difficulty in the playoffs.
Or I wonder if we paused at like a bad time. I don't know.
Maybe, I
Sometimes
don't
you
know.
can't.
But that was hysterical.
That was really good.
Just genuinely hysterical.
That was really good.
First play out of the huddle
First.
after getting difficulty checked. I'm gonna squeak like Ma's coach. Immediate pick 6.
Yeah, not good.
We lasted one game with Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was over right away. Minnesota. There was
Dude,
no
most of the time-
Prosper's ass. That quarterback.
I felt like last time on the when we did that, my mental toughness was a little bit better. I just folded so quick last night.
Dude,
It took
were
like 2 games for me
folding.
to just be. I was out. It was sad. I'm so much better than that.
Was there
I
a
was,
one game yesterday? Was there a game 1?
No.
I don't think there was.
We could have beat Oklahoma, but we went for 2.
I don't think we won.
Oh,
We could have beat
Or was it-
Georgia, and we went for 2.
It was
It
Georgia.
was Georgia. That's who it was.
No. That was OU going for 2 because you could have went to overtime with OU. Georgia.
Yeah, and I was like, guys,
was
I
for the
just really
win.
want this win, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, if I was in stands, I'd be like, Star, go for 2. And it
You
was
threw a
just,
back shoulder fade.
yeah.
That was
We were
moose
trying to trick
shit.
it up a little too much.
Moosh.
That was moose shit, dude.
You guys
Moosh.
backdoor Georgia though.
Mhm.
Which is
Did we
massive.
beat Michigan in the big house?
I don't think so.
No, I think
Or
we
G.
might have. No, I think we beat Michigan in the big house.
No, Orgy
No.
had his way.
Mm-mm.
No, we lost. And that was sad. And then we were like, remember, we were
Wow,
like,
we
it's fine,
lost
dude.
every
It was a
game
good-
we
I think there was
We were
played.
not
like,
a
dude, it's a
single
good
game
loss.
won.
And then every game we played was a loss.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we lost every single game.
Yeah.
A couple force wins mixed in there.
We were so much more dial-less. I don't
Oh,
know what
Michigan
happened.
was a 2-point conversion try.
Oh, no,
yeah.
we got smoked by OU because fucking Jackson
Oh, yeah,
was the
Oklahoma
highest
was
rating
backdoor.
of no
Michigan
huddle.
was the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Oklahoma was backdoor
That's right.
coverage, dude.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, Jackson Arnold made us look like
Hey, he
an
was
FBS school
he was running that offense, wasn't he?
running that offense.
He was the Heisman, so
He was
He was the Heisman.
unrealistic game.
Was the Heisman. Happy Juneteenth, by the way. Just want to shout that out for everybody that is off today. Happy Juneteenth. Here we go.
There you go.
Nice. Nice.
The Rays with an incredible comeback. Gonna need Goots up and moving.
Oh, Goots is up and moving.
Going to need Goots up and moving. I know he's hiding. I know he won't appear in chat today.
That was insane.
But gonna need Goots up and moving. I told Jovan when we walked into all right, Jovan.
Popeyes on
When we walked into a Night Sweats last night, I was like, dude, Ray's POD, you like that? And he was like, dude, Taj Bradley might be worst pitcher of century.
He's really bad, but I know that's your guy. You like him for some
I do like
reason.
Taj Bradley.
Yeah.
And sitting next to Jovan, he goes, oh, 300 shot. 300 shot, down 6. Down 6, dude.
Mm-hmm.
6. He let up 6 runs in the first inning.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately chalked the POD.
8-0 in the second.
Yeah.
8-0.
Yeah.
Chalked, but in first inning, he got
Just
called
lit
out.
up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
6 in the first.
Obviously, that's
I chalked the POD.
Yeah.
POD chalked.
Yeah.
Down 6 already to start the game. Baseball comebacks don't happen like that. You don't get baseball comebacks like Ma and Pa.
I
like
don't know
that
if I can recall an 8-0 lead.
in the second.
Yeah.
In the second.
Yeah.
Goots is pissed.
And then you know what happened, Lauren. It's just, it really, what the problem is like when you got an org that's really as bad as the Baltimore Orioles, like I genuinely don't know if it gets much worse than the Baltimore Orioles. Like when we start thinking about really, really, really bad franchises,
Mm-hmm.
I think the O's are probably up there with one of the worst in the MLB. And what I should have known is when you bet against an organization like the Orioles,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually never dead. That bet is never dead because they play this fun game this year where they just want to lose every game
They tried it.
in historic fashion. And I'll tell you what, raise up.
They really let him ray up.
Oh, that was sick.
Really let him ray up.
They did.
Raise up. That almost went from a Hall of Fame graphic to legacies.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame bad graphic to legacies.
That was your POD?
Yeah.
Raise up.
Wow.
Wow.
You look like a genius, dude.
Raise up. Raise up.
Crazy.
I literally need BTL today in my veins.
Yeah.
I need Jovan to be just
Can we get a steamed Goots today?
no, dude.
Potentials?
I need
Was that game in Tampa or was it?
I don't know. That's a great question. I know I was in Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
imagine being at that. Like, holy shit.
I would have
I
left.
could never get a game like that.
I would have
No,
left in the
no,
second.
you
I
wouldn't.
would've left in a second.
What?
Unless it was a Cubs game.
Yeah.
Then I would have stayed.
Yeah.
You're having a good time no matter what.
Dude, me and Lauren might be Cubs fans.
I know you guys are playing.
Dude, that's
with them
my
in the
NL
show,
team,
too.
without a doubt. That's
Are
my
you
team.
prepared for that, dude?
Dude, I told you guys you should come over to the north side.
To the
Dude, I
North-
don't
the
think you were
season.
expecting to be won over like that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
I definitely wasn't either. I was
Definitely
just like,
not.
it's another game. Like, yeah, like it's gonna be cool to see Chicago, and then, wow.
Definitely the best baseball stadium I've ever been in, for sure. In other baseball news, the Oakland Athletics allowed 20 hits yesterday, lost by 7.
Shit org.
Like it's actually never been more over.
It's over. Yeah.
It has to be over now. I just don't understand how you lose 20 straight. Only I could take a future, and the team that I wager on loses 20 games straight.
I mean, their pitching is just
They're bottom barrel. Bottom barrel.
horrendous.
But they started the season so hot,
Yeah,
squeaking games left and right.
yeah, they were. Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is when you're squeaking, it's always gonna come around.
20 games around, though.
20's a lot. Yeah, I don't know about 20, but
I don't even know if we can comprehend how many games 20 losses in
That's
a
a
row
month.
is.
it's a full month.
They lost
win a
for a month straight.
Yeah. I mean, you assume they get
Yeah.
10 days off in there.
You
a little-
have to.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less, but that's a month.
I'm not
Oh,
going
no,
to
it
chalk
was.
the wager yet because we could go on a 20-game win streak.
Yeah.
Which could happen.
They're
If the-
5-5 in their last 10.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not the worst.
I mean, I am chalking the 500. That's never coming home.
500 is not.
No.
500's never coming home, but they might. I'm not going to say it's dead because I never say die, but yesterday was a tough loss.
Yeah.
20 hits. 20
Never
hits.
say die. 20 hits.
20 hits. Is that not crazy? That's crazy.
No, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Simultaneously, the square of the century went over 4. Shout out Franny Lindor.
Square of Cinch. Yeah,
Don't
LCU
forget, you
went
did
for-
put Legacy Online on that too.
Yeah.
I did hear you say that. I
I know.
wasn't here, but I heard you say that. You were talking about how BTL, you're going to go on the
Always gonna go on
search.
search.
You saw the double bays and you got,
You
they
guys,
got
I've never
you.
seen a spot where I didn't like Lindor. And I love Lindor tonight.
Yeah, my legacy's gone now. I have no legacy. Everything about my legacy, I'm gonna have to fight from behind now
Yeah. Yeah.
till today's.
Oh. You have another one you
I'm
like?
putting double legacy online.
You're going
And
back?
Double down on the legacy.
I might put a 24-hour stream on it.
I think you should.
That'd be sick.
I might. I'm not confirming that. I might, depending on how I feel once we get to Slate Surfers. I might put a 24-hour stream on it.
Just take a POD too, maybe. Just,
Just
like
be-
a money line.
Just because yesterday, I just can't be putting legacy on lines for plays and having people put them in slips with
Green.
green, and I'm selling it and they're losing money. Like that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
That hurts my feelings. So I can't allow that. I just cannot allow that.
Well, we're gonna turn it around today.
Turn around today. We are.
Imagine if you legacied. That would have been all time. All time.
Also,
legacy.
Goot's soft as ma for not responding in the group chat. Just crying at his downfall.
Yeah, it was good.
Just crying, laughing at his downfall.
You know that he just turned his TV off and his phone was gone for at least an hour.
It's just so funny because I know if the Cubs lost like
Fuck you,
that,
Mikey.
it's just funny because I know if the Cubs lost like that, it would definitely be like, fuck. But it wouldn't be like the fact that Goots gets this worked up over games in June. Just, I think it's so funny.
Well, it's like yeah. We're good though. So it's like when you lose a game, it's like, okay, we're 17 games over 500. When are the O's? You're what's the record? 11 games under.
30 and 46.
31 and 42. 31 and 42. A little better than that, but
But
not good.
yeah,
Not
just
11 games back of first.
soft as ma to Goots.
I think that was a vet call by him.
Just not responding.
Yeah, that's just reading the situation, knowing where you're at, not feeding into it.
There's just so much he could have sent back. I like doing that. And then someone sending back like the Knicks Pacers for the last game score. Like that stuff I just love, dude. I love it. Dude. Legit fuck you, Mikey. It also just, I'm scrolling Twitter after I legacy Franny Lindor and he goes over 4. An intern Mason swept. An intern Mason swept the board.
Nice.
That can't feel good. Legacy gone. Intern Mason sweep sport.
All of the check, none of the money.
Rav can never. All the music, none of the guitar. All the check, none of the money.
It's just goddamn, dude. Intern Mason sweeping board when I lose legacy. That you just can't make that up, dude. I watched my legacy dissolve in front of my eyes as Lindor went over 4. Open Twitter, Intern Mason clean sweep. With the tweet, somebody get my broom.
How many plays did he have?
Like 5, dude. I know. And he hit his leg, dude.
What?
And he hit his leg, dude. He's red hot right now.
Good for him, though.
I might just have to tail the Intern Mason plaid today.
You're gonna do that after the clean sweep?
I might have to.
That's
dude.
ballsy.
And I don't know who's in more rat, me or the Yankees. I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on with the Yankees. They went scoreless for 5 games and then scored only 2 runs yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, some people are saying that they should call up their stud.
Get out. Come on. Get out. Come on. Get out. Get out. Come on. Get out. Come on. Get out.
One more time.
bad. Me
Just
crying last
shit on.
night.
Get out.
Absolutely
Get out.
shit on.
Literally torque.
Oh, I want
Dude,
Yeah.
the hip
out. Come on.
rotate.
Get out.
Let's break
Come on.
it down.
Yeah, that's just a
The-
phenomenal
can we-
swing.
Can you go to settings? The hip rotation. Go to 0.25. The weight on the ball and the hip rotation is literally some of the best ball I've ever seen in my entire.
mean,
look at the
that.
hips.
Look at the hips.
Watch the hips come through the ball.
Yeet.
Look at that. Perfect. Hip, knees gone.
Gone.
Hips, elbows, knees gone.
Get out.
The guy. Get out.
Hips,
Did you
elbows,
hear that?
knees gone.
You hear that?
Get out. Come on.
Get out.
Get out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the best hits I've ever seen. And it was
Tremendous
from our own Krabs.
Yeah.
The Yankees
good.
should bring them up. Bring him up. Dude, did you see? He was on their ass yesterday. I don't know if you saw that clip from BTL, but did you see that?
He was on their ass.
Yeah, he was on their ass,
Embarrassing.
dude.
He
I
was
don't know if
saying
I've
it's
ever
embarrassing.
seen. I don't know if I've ever seen any human being hate a team more than Krabs hates the Yankees. It is incredible. It
Well, I
is
think
incredible.
it's warranted right now because
is
of the way they're
warranted.
playing and the guys that they are paying.
That is very true. Well, they're always going to be like that.
Someone to score, someone like also, how is Anthony Volpe still employed? I don't know if you saw yesterday, bobbled a grounder over through second base, like 2 errors literally in one possession. I don't know how he's still employed by the New York Yankees. Like, I feel like when you're the New York Yankees, your shortstop needs to be one of the best players in baseball. It can't be Anthony Volpe.
Well, typically, I mean, he has a really good glove. Like that's what keeps him on the team. But his hitting, really bad. He's just not on base enough.
He's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the double error yesterday, which was crazy.
Yeah, not good.
You can't be making double errors. You know, one error is okay.
Even, yeah, every once in a while.
But you can't be perfect, you know?
Can't be perfect, but you make a
Speaking of
bunch
not,
of them.
speaking of not being perfect, the Arkansas Razorbacks are the chance to beat LSU. Humble and
This
bumble.
ball is hooked to left
Two.
field and a bad read. It
Two
goes
game
off
winners.
of the left fielder's head down the line.
Dude, they're just
Both
hurt.
runs are gonna
Humble
come in,
and bumble.
and we are
2
tied
game
again.
winners.
They had the same
Oh
thing
my
happen to them.
goodness, he
Like
slipped
5
and
years
it
ago.
looked
I
like
think it
it
was in
went
the
right up.
national championship. But same thing where they could have won the game and they just dropped like a fly ball. It's crazy.
I saw every member of the Arkansas team consoled the kid that dropped it after the
Mhm.
game. I thought that was pretty nice. He was crying his eyes out.
Yeah.
Just brutal, dude.
It is brutal.
And it's and the play where he dropped it, where it would have, I believe it was the one that tied the game, is one that where he really dropped it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
started everything in motion.
Uh-huh.
His foot slipped. It's not even like it was a bad glove. Like he went to go push off, and you could tell the grass gave out. So it's not even his fault, but it's his fault. And it's like that's the hardest part. Like I feel like as a player, it might be a little bit easier if you can just go, "Wow, I totally fucked that up." But when the ground gives out on you and you slip, it's like, no way that just happened to me in the biggest moment.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's so unfortunate. I feel so bad for that kid.
So
That
bad,
sucks. But at the same time, you got to catch that ball.
dude. and
You
then
got to catch that
Yeah, you
ball.
got to catch that ball.
after that moment, the game's gone. You're not winning that game.
Yeah.
The minute your team
No.
blows that and they tie it up, momentum, head, it's all gone.
Especially
all
for the
good.
pitcher, too. After that hit, he's like, oh, it's going right to him. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
We just won. Tie game.
And now you got to
Yeah.
switch back on.
Exactly.
They're
Your brain
just-
shut off. Even if it shuts off for like a second,
They're cursed.
it's hard to come back.
It is
They're
really hard to come
cursed.
back, dude.
Log was not great.
What was the report from the fam?
I haven't talked to my dad yet.
Wow.
No, he's not too happy.
I need the report.
Yeah. I feel bad for him. Like they just cannot get over the hump. There was a year for them to win. It was this year.
And they're just right.
They were right there.
And of course, it's LSU. Just give someone else a chance.
I know.
Like, of course, LSU comes back, dude.
Yeah.
I know it's also one of those plays, too, where everyone hugs him, but then you get in the locker room and you go, gotta catch it.
Yeah,
Gotta
100%.
catch that ball.
100%.
Could have just struck him out.
True, too. Yeah. If I'm that kid, I throw it on the pitcher.
Could just
Much like
struck
you
him
guys
out.
not getting to the running back, leaving me in the third level all alone. If you guys do your job, I'm unemployed. You know,
That's very true.
if you guys do your job, I'm unemployed.
That is very true.
But I mean, dude, that was just brutal. I just hate seeing stuff like that when someone's sad like that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel sad for them.
At the same time, it wasn't like an easy play. It was a rope. It wasn't like a pop up.
Yeah, it was
that
a
he
rope.
just dropped. Like that was a rope right at him. But
If he doesn't slip, that's a routine catch for sure.
it would still be a good play, I think. Like regardless if he doesn't slip, like, it would still be a tough play to make.
Yeah.
Like charging and like that. That ball's coming in hot too.
Mhm.
Like that's not like a pop up at all. I think it's right at him. It's on a line.
What do you think's going to happen? Does Coastal beat LSU? Is that the final now?
I don't know, honestly.
Dude, Coastal seems
A win like
unbeatable.
that will just like, I mean,
It almost doesn't even feel good, I feel like, for LSU. It's like, holy shit, they just let us win.
But do you think it's like, all right, now we have a chance to go win it. Let's go win it.
I don't know, dude.
100%.
Coastal seems unbeatable.
I mean, yeah,
gonna take
Coastal's
Coastal.
cracked.
Coastal's cracked out.
That's all they care about, too, is their baseball.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not good at basketball.
No.
And their football is cool turf.
Since McCall's gone.
Cool turf.
Cool turf.
Cool turf.
Cool turf.
I like Coastal's turf.
Yeah, but they suck.
Speaking of sucking, I know a guy that Josh doesn't like, but I think is very good. Just signed to the Ravens. Jair Alexander is now a part of the Baltimore Ravens, reunited with his college teammate, Lamar Jackson. There is legitimately no excuse now. There can literally be zero excuse for the Ravens now. Every year there's some excuse. But you've got another Pro Bowler, another All-Pro guy in the locker room, on the team. There can genuinely be no excuse now. There cannot be an excuse for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like when you add a guy like Jair, I know Josh doesn't think he's good. He's been a Pro Bowler. He's been an All-Pro. That
If he
improves
stays
your
healthy,
secondary.
I guess that's like the big question, right?
I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
But that improves your secondary either way.
Yeah.
Either way, that improves your secondary. It makes every team playing them. That's a whole nother conversation now for the offense. A whole nother conversation now for every offense that plays the Ravens. And you know he's going to get his. You know he's going to get a couple picks. But now there literally cannot be an excuse for Lamar and the Ravens. There can't. MVP running back, MVP quarterback, just signed the wide receivers that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have Jair Alexander in a secondary that was already good last year.
Yeah.
There can't be any more excuses.
Yeah, dude, I think you're just putting way too much on him, Jair Alexander. Like, I think you think he's going to make that big of an impact. I think that he's an upgrade probably, but like, he's not a no excuses guy. Derrick Henry might have been the no excuse guy. Jair Alexander's like not. He's an above average corner. He's like nothing like he's not going to lock down the best player on the team.
Yeah, but the other side is Marlon Humphrey, so he doesn't have to.
Marlon Humphrey's not.
Dude,
He's not.
come on, man.
Neither of them are good. I promise you. Maybe
I think
they
this-
might
I think this
actually have
improves the
the
Ravens
two
a lot.
most overrated corners in the league. Safety, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Dude.
I mean, I don't think that's crazy. Like, people talk about them like they're all pros.
So you're
and
saying
all
Jair
fucking
Alexander getting added to the Baltimore Ravens
makes them a little better.
a little better is getting over the hump then, correct?
I don't think so. I don't think it wasn't their defense. It was never their defense having to get over the hump. The defense always showed up. It's can they score and not fumble on the fucking goal line? That's literally the only thing. Their defense is always there. They're fine.
I will say the one thing that I think Jair Alexander does bring to the locker room is less brain cells. That kid is,
That is true.
dumb
true.
as rocks.
Is he?
Have you ever listened to
Oh
him?
my God.
Even
Idiot.
he is dumb as it
he's
sounds.
like the type of person that tries to sound super smart and thinks he's super smart, but he is dumb as rocks.
He's
Like,
actually dumb as rocks,
Dumb as rocks.
Did he
There's a-
just do
there's-
like an interview or something that you saw?
dude. All of them, from the
Mm.
Packers to his opening. Like he's just one of those guys where, like, I know he didn't go to a single class at Louisville.
No.
Zeros.
No chance.
He is dumb.
Like a Keon Coleman?
No,
Type?
Keon Coleman, I think, is smart.
What?
Keon Coleman is definitely no. Look,
Yeah,
when
he's-
Jair Alexander speaks, you go, "Are you learning the English language as it's coming out of your mouth?" Because This is incredible.
I don't know. I have allegations against Keon Coleman.
No
I
way.
don't think he's all the way there.
But Keon
Great
Coleman's
athlete,
like
though.
Keon Coleman's funny though. He's
He
like,
is
I'm
funny.
Tiger.
No, he
Wish
is
he
funny.
would.
Yeah. He's
I
like a
don't
good
think-
guy too. I think Keon's like a good guy.
No, I think he is a good guy. You can
Like-
be a good guy and maybe elevated.
No, yeah, for sure. But like he can be like an idiot, but still be like nice and like not
Yeah.
like come off like a dick. Like Jair Alexander's like an actual just dickhead.
Yeah, he's definitely
Like he is a dickhead and he's
Mm.
stupid and thinks he's smart.
Good said he needs to put me in my place.
Dude, do you want to come up here right now?
Goots, brother.
Yeah, good. So we can get you
We
up.
can get you up here if you want.
Goots, brother. You want to get up here and talk about the Ravens? Come on, mate. Just a quick StreamYard join, brother.
Like Keon is funny.
Nah, Goots don't want the smoke, dude. Goots don't want the smoke, man.
Spawn.
I just feel like I think Jair Alexander moves their needle more than you think, and I think there's no excuse. If you don't win this year with that roster on paper, there's no excuse.
Who are the receivers again?
Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers,
Like
Mark Andrews.
again, like everyone thinks that like he has like a ton of weapons. Like those guys aren't like
I don't
that
think so.
crazy.
Yeah, but
They're
they
good.
re-signed him.
I thought you were saying they got new receivers. I haven't kept up, so I don't know.
Them D-Hop.
Yeah,
He
but
looks
it's like-
washed as Mon purple.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
it's D-Hop, that's who it was.
D-Hop, Zay Flowers, and Rashad Bateman. That's their wide receiving core right now. But you know what? You get like if that's the excuse, you re-signed Rashad Bateman. If you wanted to go get someone better,
Yeah.
should have went and got Stephon Diggs. Should not have resigned Rashad Bateman.
yeah.
So they signed Rashad Bateman. They wanted Rashad Bateman. They went and got D-Hop. There was other wide receivers on the market. You could have got whoever you wanted. Devontae Adams was available at some point, and you went and got your guys. So these are your guys. There's no excuse now because now you have another Pro Bowl corner. You do. You have another Pro Bowl corner.
Jair Alexander's literally had one good year, and it was in 2022. And I just don't know why everyone just lives off that 1 year. That's all. Like he literally just had one good year. Like he's just not that.
I mean, if he wasn't on the Packers,
Do you think Darius Slay going to the Steelers like moves needle a ton for their defense, or you think their defense is already good?
I think Jair Alexander is better than Darius Slay.
They are the same caliber right now.
I don't think so.
Same caliber.
I don't
They're
think
both
so.
end of or later in career for cornerbacks. Gooch is in here, by the way. Both later in career for
Oh,
for
get him
cornerbacks.
up here. Get
And declining for sure.
Goots up here right now.
Gooch, get your cam on, brother. There he is.
Get Goots up
There
here,
he is.
brother. Hey, Goots. What's up, dude?
There he is.
What's up, Mikey? How we doing?
Goots, I'm doing phenomenal. How are you doing after last night? You good? You got some shut
Doing
eye?
just fine. If the Orioles win today, the series split. So
Oh,
Yeah,
now we're
baseball
trying to
works.
split series.
yeah, you didn't even watch the game. You didn't even know what inning they scored in,
8-0?
and you try and act like you can talk about the game.
8-0?
Is what it is, Mike.
8-0, Goots.
Is what it is.
Goots, since you're up here, talking about Jair Alexander, man. Josh claims he's bad. I'm saying now that
I
you have
don't
Jair Alexander,
necessarily-
there's no more excuses. You
I
have to
don't
win the bowl
necessarily
this year.
disagree with Josh. I don't think he's bad, but I don't think if he doesn't impact the team, it doesn't matter. We got him on a discount. He decided to sign with the Ravens because he wants to win a ring.
So now that has to be.
And if
there's
he
no
gets hurt,
excuse for
we have TJ Tampa's are going to take a jump. We have our Darius Washington who's come back from injury. We have a bunch of young guys. This is what Ravens do. They cycle talent. If Jair gets hurt, it does not fucking matter.
that. So it's bowl or bust.
Of course it is. Every year it is because we run circles around NFL front offices every single year. So
Oh, Goots, it's just tough, man, because this is all getting clipped.
flip it. I don't give a shit.
Goots, this is all getting clipped, dude. Lamar has
You
yet to
guys
win a
just
ring, and you
love
said he's
talking about
signed to Baltimore to
Rent-free,
win
yap,
a
yap, yap
ring.
in your head. It's just like all
We
the time.
cycle talent and then lose in the second round.
Hey, I don't play on the field.
Dudes, I just don't understand how you can sit there and say, like, obviously it's Super Bowl or bust. Jair Alexander signing to the Ravens, like, there's legitimately zero room for excuses now if you lose in the second round or if you lose at
any
home.
excuses. I haven't given you single excuse at all.
So where are you at with the Ravens now with that signing? Best defense in the league?
I mean, I'd like to see it on the field first. I'm not just some fan that's going to tell you the best defense on the field when I haven't seen him play yet. But you can't say that we didn't get better after the first half of the season last year when we had a terrible secondary. We moved Kyle back. We put Marlo in the slot. It was just like it was night and day. Defense locked in.
Do you have a
Zach
statement for
Orr has a
Josh saying
season under his
Marlon
belt.
Humphrey is bad?
Say it again.
Do you have a statement for Josh saying Marlon Humphrey is bad?
I mean, he was first team All Pro last year, so it kind of talks for itself.
Most
Yeah,
overrated cornerback room in the NFL now.
There's no way.
Josh, you're a Bears fan.
Why do you think Marlon Humphrey's overrated? I think that's crazy out of you.
I just think he plays in the slot. Not even watch him last year, honestly. He was 2 years ago when he played outside. He was moose. Tell me I'm wrong. Goots.
I think that one's pretty crazy.
Goots, tell me I'm wrong.
Say it again. I was reading.
When
dumbasses.
Marlon was playing outside 2 years ago, was he not kind of moose?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying he was kind of moose. No, he wasn't kind of moose. No,
What?
he's always been solid.
What?
You turn him up a little bit just so I can hear him.
That's as high as it goes without it. Like,
Goots, you said you wanted to put me in my place, dude. I'm going to give you the floor to
just
go ahead
did.
and do that.
I just did.
I feel firmly
You're
unmoved.
acting like Jair Alexander is like the greatest player of all time, and if the Ravens don't win now, like we're screwed.
That's the
not
thing. It's
true.
like
You're definitely,
not
if
like-
you don't win now, you are definitely screwed.
Okay, if we don't win now, yeah, that's not going to be good. But
like
it doesn't-
nothing's changed in the last 3 days. They'd be screwed no
It's
matter
not
what. Like
like
Jair Alexander
Lamar's-
isn't getting
it's
more
not-
screwed if they
It's
lose.
not like Lamar's prime is over after this year. It's not like we don't have Derek for another year. So, like, I mean, you
No.
cannot say bad things about how we draft. We have been good every single year except for like 3 years and make the playoffs.
But
It's just true.
Goots,
It's the truth.
but
We're not like
Goots.
last in the league like the Jets or the Bears every year. We're always consistent, and you cannot say we aren't.
But
No one
Goots,
in Jack can either with their rat shit teams.
but it's consistent to a point of losing in the second round.
I
every
love
year.
how high the expectations are. That means we're good. The Jets expectation, moose shit. Bears expectation, moose shit.
No,
Ravens are always up here because we're a superior franchise.
superior franchise, but Goots again, like you're still not going to beat Pat. Still probably won't beat Josh.
Who am I to say that? We haven't seen the games played yet.
It's just crazy to me that like if I were to tell you Jair Alexander was to sign with the Baltimore Ravens 2 weeks ago, you'd have been like, I would fucking love that. And now he's signed,
Okay.
and now it turns into, well, he's not a great corner, but he'll move our needle because you are scared to say
we are
that
adding
you now
depth.
have zero excuse.
We're adding. I haven't said any excuses this whole time. You keep bringing that up. We're adding depth to the worst part of our team last year. We're good, looking at the areas that we were bad at, and we're making it better. If Jair doesn't work out, I don't give a shit
How can you not?
because we have other guys, dude.
You don't have a single other guy
We
better than Jair
drafted
Alexander.
Malachi Starks in the first round, who's a plug and play safety, who you love, by the way, who
Him
you
and Kyle
slurped
Hamilton are
after
gonna
we
be-
drafted him.
No, Kyle Hamilton is one of the best players in the NFL, bar
Yeah,
none,
he
for
is,
sure.
and you like Malachi Starks too, so you can't talk shit about him.
Malachi Starks has got it.
Okay. So
That's what I'm saying, though. You guys are now. I think you guys might have the best roster in the NFL on paper now.
okay, great, thank you, appreciate it.
So now, when you lose at home in the playoffs, I don't want to hear
just-
anymore
you
about Lamar and the
keep
Ravens.
Bringing up the fucking pass, like just watch the game on the field.
Do we play them this year, Josh?
Yes, the Jets and the Bears. we played them.
Goots, if I fucking get one on you this year,
Dude, Mike, no.
after
We're not going
signing,
there, dude.
after signing
brother.
Jair Alexander,
Justin
it's
Fields is
over.
your quarterback, and you post slow mos of him on your
I
feed,
know.
thinking he's Patrick Mahomes.
Justin Fields walked so Lamar could run, dude.
Oh my.
Lamar was.
You're
before-
just
I know,
literally
I know, I know.
brain dead. Brain dead. Brain dead.
Dude, Goots, I literally cannot wait. When's that game, Josh?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the spread.
We
for that
went
game
we
and
went
just-
over the schedule when I was in the office a
I'm
while
gonna
ago.
say
I
it's
forget
double
what it
dig.
was.
Double dig.
The Bears won 7.5, or what was it? 6.5. Goots
The Bears was 7.
7.
Spread was 7.
I bet it's single digits.
They don't even have. Wait, they play the Jets for sure.
It might be after the Bears, so they might not have this.
Oh, I got it. 11
Yeah, it was always double dig.
Where is it?
in Baltimore.
You're not even a 2-touchdown favorite at home against the New York
Mikey,
Jets. with the
it's
Bears.
touchdown,
June
dude.
19th.
That's embarrassing.
It's June 19th.
Imagine not being a 2-touchdown favorite over the New York Jets at home.
Even fucking Javon.
Ravens minus 34 and a
Dude,
half.
Javon thinks shit's sweet too. Like, we're not coming to Tampa to clap those cheeks as well, man.
Oh no.
Tampa
Mike.
might-
Baker's gonna throw for 500.
Read him in that game.
Dude, there's no shot.
Tampa might
Oh
spread.
There's no
no.
shot. All right, so Goots, let's put a bow on this. Orioles season is over, obviously. So now we move to Baltimore Ravens. What is the Goots expect? This is gonna get clipped, so careful. I'm clipping this myself. What is the Baltimore Ravens expectation this year in the NFL?
Like, do you want me to give you a win total or like?
No,
just
I want the Goots expectation when week 1 starts, what you expect the Baltimore Ravens to do this year.
win the Super Bowl. And I'm going to be posting
Okay, Mike,
videos
but
all over the
that's not your
feed,
expectation for
chirping
the Jets?
Javon's dumbass, saying Lamar can never get a Super
That
Bowl,
is his
chirping
expectation.
Mikey. Everyone's going to be in moose shit when I'm
Well, maybe the
on.
maybe
He's on them
last
being
year.
undefeated.
Maybe last year.
We forget.
Goots.
Last year you can get it though because you have Aaron Rodgers. He was a question mark.
Mikey, you're the one sitting here saying that the expectations are as high as ever, best roster in the league. And then when I say Super Bowl is the top, that's a bad answer.
No, I just wanted you to maybe, give some more realistic. Let's win a home playoff game.
That's super realistic.
Let's win a home playoff game.
We did. We beat the shit out of Rav Steelers.
And Kennard Pickett.
Not Kenny Pickett.
And Kennard Pickett.
Russell Wilson. It's Russell Wilson.
Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson.
Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson. All right, so
I don't make the
Baltimore
games.
Ravens, according to Goots, it's Super Bowl or bust, correct?
Damn right.
We'll be back here when the Jets go into Baltimore and pull off
Be
the
back
impossible.
here when the Jets miss the playoffs again and you're salty.
How cold is it going to be? When is that game, Josh?
Yeah,
if
when
it's
is
not
it?
too cold, I'll go.
November 20th or something.
It'll be cold.
You gotta go though.
It's going to be frigid.
You're
Gooch, I might
soft
just
as
have to go to
nah.
that.
You're
'cause
both soft
we're
as
going to
nah
go.
if you don't come to Baltimore for those games.
You said what?
You're both soft as ma if you don't come to Baltimore for those games.
Do I have to go to Baltimore for that game now?
100%.
I mean, yeah, you got to stand on Viz. Apparently,
Yeah.
they're winning. So
Oh, man, dude. I'm going to have to go to Baltimore with fucking Goots.
by that point, you'll be like 1-10. So you might just give up.
That game's November 23rd.
Oh, that's like Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
no?
then literally, I might be gone, bro.
Yeah. Like right before now.
We'll see though as it gets
Yeah.
closer.
Or
Probably.
right at. No. Wait, when's Thanksgiving?
24th.
Thanksgiving's the 27th.
Yeah, 27th.
All right, maybe.
All right, Goose, we'll figure it out. Before we get you out of here, go ahead and give me the Goose report on the Orioles, brother.
I mean, win today, split the series, go to New York, beat the rat shit Yankees. I mean, you never know what can happen in baseball. There's a lot of time left.
Can we get some shit talk with Jovan today on BTO?
I don't
Just a
know,
little.
I might have just did that to you, Mike. I'm out of shit talk, I guess.
Dude, Goose, you might have to be.
I can't
prepped
deal
BTL,
with
dude.
Javon, man. It's impossible. It's impossible.
You might have to be
And pray
prepped.
for Goots, man. Start the hashtag.
He can yap and waste time. He gave me that rat shit Marlins over yesterday. So
Hashtag raise up.
raise up.
Hashtag 80. Thanks for coming on, Goots. I love you, dude.
Yeah, I love you
brother.
too, Mike. Appreciate you.
Peace.
You forget we broke Vegas together.
Dude, honestly, I gotta say, that's the most on business someone at this company has ever stood on.
Ever?
For sure, dude. Just pulling up unready the TMA to be like, dude, fuck you. That was the most on biz.
I mean, what else could he have said?
Yeah, I feel like
He literally said it's Super Bowl.
No, I'm giving him his credit.
Oh, you're
I'm
saying,
saying-
he did stand on
Yeah,
biz.
that was the most on biz someone at this
Oh,
company
I
has
thought
ever
you were
stood
saying-
on.
Okay.
Just pulling up
what else is he
dry.
supposed to say? Like his team's supposed to win like 13 games. Like, yeah, he's win the fucking Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
they've been
That's it.
right
Yeah, but
there.
he could have stayed in the chat, but he showed face.
Yeah.
Rav would never. Rav would fucking never, dude.
I think I do a good job staying on biz.
Nah, you stand on some biz.
That business I be standing on.
What
It's not
the-
clocking you.
when's the when's the last time you stood on some biz? Give me the last time you stood on biz.
Dude, every fucking fall. Every
What,
fall.
with the Longhorns?
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. It's just like horrible business to stand on. It's like really bad business.
No. Me and Goot's kind of in the same spot if you think about it. You know, just always right there. Just can't get over that hump.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I say always, been 2 years, but always.
Same type of business.
I was gonna say we're just forgetting Sam Ellinger years.
Mhm.
I feel like Lauren just forgets that part of UT history.
I'm sure. I would too.
Lauren's UT history started at when Quinn transferred from Ohio State. And then it went from there.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Gave us hope again.
Speaking of history, CJ Mosley officially retires.
Come on. Was he going to be a starter? Or... Oh, no, he wasn't even on the team. Right?
No, he retired.
No, but he was a free agent.
But officially retired. One of the GOATs of football, one of the best at his position. Just wanted to say, hashtag thank you, CJ. Hashtag thank you, CJ, for all you've done for the New York Jets. You're GOATed.
You just be glazed.
Dude.
One of the goats of football.
Do you think CJ Mosley's not one of the GOATs of football? Linebacker
CJ
position.
Mosley isn't one of the goats of the 2020s.
That's an insane take. Literally one of the best linebackers to grace the field.
I say contributed to losses.
One of the best linebackers to grace the field.
When you think about great linebackers, you're going to think about CJ Mosley.
No.
Yes.
You will.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
I'm sure you've already answered this. My bad for not remembering. But what is your like genuine expectations for the Jets this season? Like, what would make you walk away from the season like that was good? That's what we could do. Did all we could do. Just double-digit wins.
17-0.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about.
I feel like you guys get 7+ wins. That's a good season.
No, you want my actual expectations? Just effort.
Well, you're gonna get that.
Just effort. That's what you thought. That's what you think.
Do you just want to see
Well,
progress?
you'll get that with this team for sure.
We don't
with
even,
Justin
we
Fields.
could lose every fucking game. If they're just out there trying for 4 quarters, I'll be happy.
I don't know if I
win a
believe that.
prime
I don't
time
believe
game.
for
How
a
about that?
second.
That'd be a good.
We don't have one. We don't have a
a
single game at
primetime
night
game.
or a primetime game, I'm pretty sure.
There's no way that.
They
Well,
have
we
been
play in
force
London.
feeding
I think
them like us.
each team has to get one, don't
We
they? Or
play in
no?
London. That might be our primetime game.
That's not even prime time though. I don't think they consider that prime time.
Mm.
I know
see.
we don't play at night.
That's insane.
We don't have a single night game.
How's that possible?
Dude, because they set the record for fucking primetime games with us last year, Josh. I don't know if you remember that,
You guys have
brother.
a night game, prime time against the Patriots.
In New England, though?
7:15.
Ravens
In New England.
expectations
Oh,
win a title. Jets effort.
Someone
Oh,
said
and you play the
MetLife.
Dolphins on prime time.
Someone said MetLife doesn't have a night game, so I just assumed.
Yeah, the Dolphins and the Patriots. You play prime time on the road.
Here's the thing about it. I don't know if you watched the Jets play last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Unfortunately.
watch them play. Bro.
The lack of effort by the second half in a lot of games where guys just weren't trying, not tackling. It was one of the most pathetic things I've ever watched as a football fan. So going into this year, like genuinely with Aaron Glenn and everything that we're doing, we don't have a great team on paper, but I just want to see us trying.
I mean, dude, you had the worst leader in the locker room in the NFL, like in Aaron Rodgers. That's why teams give up on. Like that's literally why players give up when the leader of your team is. You guys are down 7 points and he's bitching a wide receiver for not running a route right when he's clearly wrong. Like you're not going to want to play for that guy. You won't have that problem with Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields is an unbelievable teammate, and everyone will want to play hard for him. The Bears won 3 games, and they were chanting Justin Fields like at the end of the year.
no, like
He's a guy that everyone wants to play for.
genuinely, when you ask me what my expectations are, I just want us to put effort in. Like Sauce Gardner, try this year. Actually hit somebody.
But if Sauce Gardner doesn't do that, like Aaron Glenn will not play him.
I know
think.
that's what I'm saying, but like
So
it's
it's
just
good.
effort. Here's my do you want wins and losses? Or what are you giggling at?
Someone said this sounds like motivating a 1-6 8U football team. just want to see effort.
Just effort. Just some effort, man. No, if you want my wins and losses expectations, my expectation as a fan, I just want to watch a team that's trying on the field. Like, there's
I get
nothing
that.
worse than last year tuning into a Jets game, week 15. Zero effort. Not even
And
trying.
they're just giving up like 9-yard run after 9
Yeah,
yard run.
not
after
even
9
trying.
yard run. Just like, dude.
My genuine like wins and losses, I think we're going to be way better than people give us credit for, because I think we can play a specific brand of football that not a lot of teams are going to, I'm not going to say be able to stop, but be able to maintain for 4 quarters. Like, I think people are forgetting our defensive line is going to be fucking disgusting next year. Like, Jermaine Jones is going to be back. Will McDonald is going to take another step forward. Quinnen Williams is good at what he does. And I don't think our secondary is really that bad. Like, I really don't. I think Sauce had a down year last year, and now he's in his last year of his rookie deal. So you better show up and you better play.
Mhm.
And I really do think that our offense is going to be pretty simple. Run the fucking ball.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields can open it up with, I mean, we've seen him in the past game in Chicago. Like, he can still throw the rock, but I think Aaron Glenn's not going to ask him to do anything that he can't do. And I think we're going to keep the ball on the ground. I still think Garrett Wilson is a top 10, 15 wide receiver in the NFL, top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. We have Justin Fields as college tight end. Like, I don't think we're going to be as bad as people give us credit for. And I think we're going to shock some people. And I think this team has a potential to make the playoffs. I think we're going to be better than the Patriots and Drake May. I think we're going to be better than the Dolphins and Tua. And I think it's going to be us and the Bills for the division, because I think this team is going to be better than last year's team because they actually care. And it's a whole new regime. It's a whole new way of thinking. It's a whole new way of attacking. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Justin Fields rises up for you. I would really like to see that. It's just, can he take care of the football? Right? That's the big question.
O-line is retooled, so he's going to have time. We're going to be able to run the ball. Like, I'm really not.
Do you have a good O-line coming into this year?
So good now. If Membu
That'd be
can
nice.
show up, so good. We don't have a spot on the O-line that I'm like worried about.
Mhm.
So I'm obviously cautiously optimistic, but I do think this team is going to be better than last year's team by a good margin. And when you look at the names on the paper, it might be hard to say that, but I really do think we're going to be much better.
All right.
I do.
All right.
My expectation,
I hope so for your sake. I
8
really
wins.
do. 8 wins?
8 wins would be 9 wins would be a dream. 8 wins would be we're rocking.
Yeah, 8 wins would be.
8 wins would be we're rocking. But I think there's not a lot of teams in the NFL that just play ground and pound, like literally Alabama football. And I think that's what we're going to play. Like, just be bigger. Like Josh was saying with Michigan. Like, I think that is literally Aaron Glenn's plan,
Just be
is just
bigger.
be bigger.
And try to be like the Ravens.
And dude, I don't think who are the top 5 fantasy running backs? We have one of them. Like, Breece Hall is one of the best running backs in the NFL. He was just running with potentially one of the worst offenses last year in Robert Saleh. So, like, now that we're committed to running the ball, and by the way, when he's tired, you give it to Braylon Allen, who can literally just run someone over.
I do like him.
I'm really not that worried about where we're at.
All right.
And Mevis.
This would be exciting.
And me.
And Mevis.
I mean, you are the Missouri
Hey, what
Jets.
is it?
So.
Get fat?
Hashtag get fat.
Missouri Jets.
Hashtag get fat, Harold Mevis.
Dude, literally the Missouri Jets. How do you feel about that?
Mambu, Brady, Mevis. It's good for the locker room. Dude, we're actually building a good locker room. Justin Fields has his best friend from college and his tight end from college. And then we have the Missouri Jets. So Mambu has 2 friends in the locker room. Like, we are going to be fine. Like, everyone is finally friends in the locker room. Like, I think this team actually wants to play for each other.
Yeah, I think the wins. How many wins did you guys have last year? 4 or 5?
4.
Okay, yeah, you'll be better than that. I think you guys. I think even if you guys have 6 wins and like it doesn't look great, as long as like you could tell that the culture is changing
Yeah,
and like
That's
guys
fair.
are like starting to like actually want to be out there for the team. That's all that really matters this year, I think. Like, you could have 6 wins as long as you could tell that the culture's changing. That's all that matters.
I mean, dude, it worked with the Knicks. Just go get their best friends. Makes them play a little bit harder.
Players Knicks got are a little better.
Now we have the New York Buckeyes. We literally are the New York Buckeyes.
Yeah. The players Knicks got are a little better than Justin Fields.
I am very excited for this year.
It's gonna be electric.
Last year was fake excitement because I just like it had to
Really,
be
though?
Aaron Rodgers.
Last year was like I would have been real excited. You had Aaron Rodgers, and he
Yeah,
was
I would
hurt the year
totally-
before. I would have been real
I think
excited.
there was real excitement.
There
It's
was
like,
real
okay, what can he
excitement. There
actually
had to
do?
be.
But I just can't get behind Aaron Rodgers like I can get behind Justin Fields.
It's definitely easier to get behind
I
Justin.
mean, yeah,
Fields.
I do believe that for you.
Justin Fields, New Year, same grind. That's the Instagram caption. Sick. You know what Aaron Rodgers did when he got to New York that I didn't like? Front row at Broadway, front row at the Knicks games. You know what Justin Fields done since he got to New York? Work. That's all he's done. Hey, you haven't seen him use the New York free pass that every athlete gets one time, except he went to one Knicks playoff.
So you
game.
went to a Knicks game and threw the football.
Well, I
was
was gonna say,
it.
I feel like a lot of times they do that to like, I'm here to support the city. Like
Yeah.
I'm in the city. Like
No, but Aaron Rodgers is doing
build that
way too
rapport
much.
with the fans.
Aaron Rodgers like, oh, I'm
He was
finally
on
in a big city where I'm
Broadway, he's
popular. Like,
fucking- yeah.
someone gets a fucking Broadway and gets front row seats and post pictures about it.
Might be his thing.
Tell you what, Russell Wilson went to like 4 playoff games. Jackson Dart showed up to go. Justin went to 1. He doesn't have time, dude. He's working. He's working.
Didn't have time.
Just taking pictures, working.
Good. Can you actually pull up Justin Fields' Instagram? Is that possible?
It doesn't work on here because it's not logged in, dude.
I'll send it to you.
He literally. You sent it to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
He literally has to spend $500,000 a year on a photographer.
Good.
He might just have a personal photographer at this point.
Good. Good. I'm just gonna send a couple photos here, huh? How about this, huh? How about this? Also, the Bookit tracker marked my parlay yesterday as a loss. No, Cubs game got postponed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on his bumper. I was like, yo, you can't be taking units away from me like that. Just one photo, actually. I don't need to. Just one. Go ahead and get that up and moving.
Give me a second, it's loading. This computer shit.
While that
This
gets
is
up
what you
and
need
moving,
up and moving. I got it. This is what you need up and moving.
Yeah.
New thread, same hustle.
come on. Come on.
You kind of hope it says new threads, new hustle.
No.
E.
New thread, same hustle.
E. We need a
New
new
thread,
hustle.
same hustle.
Oh, that's sick.
The Lakers showed the team, and Luka tweeted about it, being excited about it and winning a championship.
10 bill.
$10 billion.
That's insane. Insane.
The dude already owned, I guess, minority share of them, though.
It was the people that own the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He already owned part of the Lakers.
Somebody quote tweeted and said, Luka, get ready to learn deferred payments. Are you even allowed to do that in the NBA?
You can't, no.
I don't know what this does for the Lakers, but it feels like a crazy move now that the Bus family just doesn't own the Lakers.
Well,
Like,
it
that
feels like
weird.
it feels like the Buses made that Luka trade knowing they were going to sell the team. Like, hey, we're going to get Luka for the next 10 years, set it up so whoever's buying the team has to pay $2 billion more because they have this guy for the next 10 years. That's literally probably what it was. This had to have been in the works for at least a year. Them selling the team.
Oh, you think selling the team?
Oh, for sure. This didn't just happen. Definitely has been going on for a long time. I feel like that Luka move, looking back on it now, more and more, just seems like it was fucking rigged.
I mean,
for him to go there,
definitely rigged. They got the number
The
one overall
Lakers,
pick.
the Lakers sell the franchise for $10 billion with Luka. The Mavs get the number one overall pick for doing it. I don't know. Dude.
So
That's-
rigged,
I
dude.
know. It just seems so fishy.
What is the first thing you do with $10 billion? Hits
10
the account.
million?
What do you do?
Billion.
10 billion. Hits the account. Day one. What are you doing? I'm going to Monaco. I'm renting a yacht. Filling that bitch head to toe with everyone I know.
I'm gonna buy a yacht.
Getting bottles on bottles.
I'm donating $5 billion to Texas.
I just look like a.
$5 billion.
Yeah.
Half.
I don't need that much.
You're
Dude, we're acting
you're
like
donating
my
half.
extra
You
$5
could
billion is outrageous.
You could just give them $1 billion, and that'd be plenty.
You're donating half
Mm-hmm.
of your 10 billion
Mm-hmm.
to the fucking Longhorns.
Mhm.
For my money. Not a
with
dime.
Providence. They could blow me. Still wouldn't give him a bill.
I might buy a player, like a quarterback or something one time, like a $6 million
Yeah,
quarterback.
I could just buy Texas, honestly. I would just want to like run the whole thing, whatever that looks like. Dude, if I donate I'm getting the stadium to my name, dude. I might do like a little signature on the field.
You just buy a new stadium for him.
Yeah, dude. It's already perfect, but
You are tripping, dude.
I'd probably buy like a shit ton of land somewhere and just buy a massive house. Like
Y'all are
an
acting like
absurdly big house.
just 1 billion is insane. Like for me, but like, yeah, 5 billion. One thing I love.
The fact that you're
one
not
thing I
like,
love.
maybe my kids, I'll set up some stuff. You're like, no, I'll give half it to the University
Dude,
of
5
Texas.
billion, you're good for generation.
That's what the rate of inflation's going.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm going to Monaco head to toe. All my friends, bottles on bottles.
That'd be electric. See, but like that's
Watching
only
the
Try to be the new
F1
Logan.
yacht
see, but
week.
like you do that. That's only $500,000, $1 million.
Yacht week.
You still have so much.
And then I go, you know what, guys? Bring this thing to Spain.
Mm.
And we're going to Spain.
Mm.
Then I'll go, you know what, guys? Let's keep this going. We're going to Ireland.
I think actually, if I got $10 billion, I'd buy a team.
Yeah, that's basically
Who
what
would you buy? You can't buy a Chicago team, way too expensive.
You could buy the
Dude,
Bears.
You want to buy the Bears?
You could buy the Bears.
yeah, 100%.
But you want to buy the Bears.
I'd want to buy the Bears.
Yeah. And have plenty
Turn the
left over.
franchise around.
If the Lakers are worth 10 bill, the Knicks are worth 10.5.
Just so incorrect.
You'd buy the Bears.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Bears probably worth like, I guess if they got sold, they'd probably be like now. Like the worth is always like the worth that they say is always less than what they actually sell for. They'd probably sell for like 6 billion, 7 billion.
See, like,
They're about to sell actually, I think.
we
when
just
Jordan-
couldn't be more different. I would buy like a tier 3 soccer team in England. I don't want to be involved in American sports. I don't
That'd
want
be
to buy
cool.
my team, dude.
That'd be cool.
I'm going to buy like a little shitter team in England and be like, all right,
That'd be very cool.
me and my buddies
Yeah,
will
that'd be
run
sick.
it. Literally
You
the
wouldn't wanna buy your
Wrexham.
team,
Dude, that's
though.
a fucking
Wrexham.
Ryan Gosling,
Yeah,
right?
the Wrexham strategy. I would just Wrexham it, but not for Netflix. Just do it for me and my buddies. I'd be like, all right, who wants to be the coach?
I'll be sick.
I would coach a couple games. Hey, boys, get stuck in. I don't know. I'd probably buy a couple houses.
Have to.
I'd do some philanthropical things. I might buy a PLL team. That's a good shout from the chat. I might buy the Atlas, fire everybody.
Mhm. Dude, you should just coach him.
Yeah.
You're not. I mean, you're not
GM
working with
player
that much.
coach.
You might as well just do
Yeah,
something you
fuck it,
enjoy.
might as well just coach the Atlas.
Fuck it, man.
Fucking trading for the Kavanaughs, day one. Everyone could get everyone. I'd walk into that locker room and go, every single one of you could get traded.
Yeah.
Every single one of you. There's not a single person in this locker room I'm married to right now.
Yeah, you could just buy the whole league. And just
You know
own
what you should
everything.
do?
And then I would look right at Liam.
You should buy the Pacers and just tank the franchise.
Yeah.
Tank.
I'll buy the Pacers and just bench Halliburton.
Yeah, exactly. Just tank the franchise.
Keep him on the team. Just bench him.
I'll trade for DeLon Wright, start him over Halliburton every single game.
Fruity's just in shame.
Buy the Atlas and
Just
Mikey
buy-
trades for DeLon Wright.
Yeah, I would put DeLon Wright on the Atlas. Like, we need a journeyman. Get DeLon Wright up and moving. Get a stick in his hand. I don't know if you saw this, but in Knicks news, so part of the trade that they did for, I believe it was for Carl, they got the rights to a 6'11", 20-year-old in Barcelona. And he just told Barcelona that he now wants to go to the NBA. So now the Knicks have a 6'11", 20-year-old with a 7'5" wingspan. We literally just got Giannis. The Spanish Giannis.
Have you looked? Like, is he a dog?
Dog.
What's he averaging?
Dog. I think it was something crazy, but he plays for Barcelona.
Still,
I gotta find him.
I said that boy is buns.
He's not buns.
No one's ever heard of him. He's about to be
Dude.
raw.
Yeah, I will say
Won't sniff court.
there
for the
is a
Knicks.
question that no one's heard of.
Yeah. He won't sniff court.
You guys are crazy, dude.
He's good for the visuals though.
He's not Maz Bean, guy.
Bro, his
Let me find his name. I'll find his name.
He's definitely
Dude, he's not Maz Bean.
for sure.
Stop. He's not Maz Bean. Where's he at? James Najee.
That dude Spanish. Najee Spanish.
James Najee.
Moss Bean.
He's not Maz Bean. Everybody stop with the Maz Bean. He's only 20 years old.
You get Najee Harris.
All right, here we go. He is averaging this year. He is averaging 5 points, one block, 4 rebounds, and he's shooting 75% from the field.
This dude sucks.
Dude, he's 20 years old, 6'11". He's been playing professional since 2021.
He's also Nigerian. He's not Spanish.
Dude, he's fucking sick. He had 74 total points this year in 14 games.
Oh my.
He played 14 games.
I thought you said something. I thought you were going to say like 25.
He played 14 games. He had 5, 3, and 75% from the field.
How many minutes? 3?
Not 16 minutes a game.
Oh, that's a problem. 16 minutes, he's averaging 5.
He has been traded 4 times and hasn't been in the league 1 time.
Oh, Mike, I'm sorry.
Dude,
been
he's
traded
20 years old.
He's been traded 4
We
times.
had the draft rights to him
No, the Pistons took him, traded him to the Celtics.
when he was probably 16.
Celtics traded him to the Hornets.
16.
No, it's just 2023. 2023. It's been 2 years. He was 18
He's
years old.
18 years old, brother.
Yeah, he's
He's been traded 4 times.
But he opted to stay in Europe. This is the first time that he told the team that he's going to pursue the NBA now.
Teams usually, when they do that, though, they say you stay there.
You guys are just jealous. I literally got the
Was it the Nieces or whatever?
Thanasis.
Yeah, the Nassus.
You guys are just jealous. I literally got the next Giannis. It's fine now. I officially have beef with a girl named Marina, and she plays for the Connecticut Sun.
Mabry?
Yep.
Yep.
Let me send you the video, Josh.
Dude, she's
You can
really
pull it
built
up.
like a. What is she built like?
She's built like an ice cream cone. This is
Let me build.
here's my thing. Look at this. After she pushed Caitlin, she has the goal. Right after the push
Oh, my God.
to go. She has the goal.
Yeah, she feel like a dish TV remote.
You said it, not me.
That Millie Rock was one of the most embarrassing things.
She has the goal after pushing Caitlin Clark to the ground, by the way, to go to the bench and go, I don't give a fuck. This is my problem. Like,
What
this
is
is
she
my
even
problem.
talking about, though? Maybe someone said something about something else. Maybe they
It's
weren't even talking about Caitlyn.
Definitely about Caitlin. That was right after the push.
Yeah, but they're in a timeout now.
Yeah, after the push.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe someone said something else.
The problem is I just can't stand the jealousy in this league, and that's just what it is, dude. Like, I don't understand why the narrative can't just be, wow, she's really good. When we play her, let's just play her really hard because we're going to have the most eyes we've ever had. We're going to have a new generation of basketball players watching us. We're going to have people that have never watched the WNBA before watch us. But instead, it's like, you're better than I am, so I'm just going to try to break you down. And it's just this constant back and forth of just being dirty. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And then thank God for Sophie Cunningham finally standing up for her, by the way. First time in 2 years, Leah Boston's fucking 6 foot, has never put a hand on a girl before for Caitlin, even though Caitlin literally got bullied last year. And it takes Sophie Cunningham coming in and ripping the extensions out of someone's hair to defend Caitlin Clark. And honestly, the fact that girls weren't thrown out of games is just the thing that's also beyond me.
I don't think you get
All right, so this specific clip, what's upsetting you about it?
The fact that she's like, I don't give a fuck about pushing Caitlin Clark to the ground and like knowing what they're doing.
They're competitors.
Dude,
The
you
truth
know
is,
it's deeper than competition.
This is probably happening every single game, but it gets more attention when it happens to Caitlin Clark. I think that's a fact.
No,
That's a fact.
No other
Come
player
on.
gets treated like her. No other player.
Come on. Now the whole JC Sheldon thing, trying to like poke her eye, that's a problem, right? But like the pushing,
But
they're
that's the girl that came in
competitors.
after the play and just
Yeah, but
pushed
like
her to
she
the
did
pushing
ground.
her
push
is
her.
like fine though. Like she didn't like light her up. She
No.
like
Lit her
ran
up.
into her a little bit.
She lit her up.
But yeah,
Ran
they're
into her a
for
little
sure
bit.
jealous. Like there's no doubt about that. That's
She lit her up.
that's girls. That's just runs in our veins.
I mean, dude, it was like I remember. Do you remember Nazi Muhammad
Mm-hmm.
when he bodied LeBron? It's like the same thing, but like if you just like, I love that he did it because I hated LeBron and loved the Bulls. But if I was a LeBron fan, I'd be like, "Fuck you! Why are you touching my best player?" just the side you're on. I feel like it's just a fiery competition. And Marina Mayberry is low key gross.
And she is a bucket.
Just a bucket.
She is a bucket.
She ain't no bucket. She lost by 20.
But yeah, like they're mad. Of course, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what's she gonna be like? I'm sorry. No, she ain't gonna do that.
The Millie Rock was the worst part of that video, though, by far.
Oh, I didn't even see the Millie Rock.
Oh my goodness.
Mabry hit the Millie Rock.
Yeah, let's replay it. It is the
Yeah.
most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just don't think it was competing. I think it was have a chance to get a dirty shot if they were
Millie Rock. It is so. You see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Did it pop up? The video yet?
It pops up. I just saw her drinking water.
Oh. What?
I just can't get through it.
The Millie Rock. Worst part of the video.
Yeah, that's.
Worst part of the video.
She was way too tense. You gotta be looser with it.
Yeah, that
All
was.
right, let's get Krabby Bats up here and surf some
Shall we
slate.
surfage?
Let's
do
surf
it.
some slate with Krabby Bats up here. Here we go. Crabstifer, welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
Mikey, LC, Joshy. How we doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy
What's up,
Thursday,
Krabs?
Sir Krabs.
I like the Atlas hat. Looking sharp.
Let's go, dude. So sick. You can't see it, but it's actually pinstripes, much like the Yankees.
Never mind. I take that back. Moose shit hat.
Krabs, I do want to ask you about the Yankees, but first I'm going to start with, I don't know if you saw it today, but we had BTL alum and current member Goots up here. And he had some
Oh, I
words
saw
about the Orioles. He had some words about the Ravens.
Yep.
I just wanted your opinion on where Goots' team stand.
Look, man, that kid's a fucking warrior. He beat front lines in the trenches for his squad, so you got to respect it. Does that come with a little bit of delusion at times? Sure. Do we all have that for our squads? Yeah, we do a hair. You've got it with your Jets. I've got it with all my shitty teams. LC's got it with her Longhorns. We've all got it a little bit. And it shows more often than not in times of distress. And right now in Baltimore with the O's, after that game last night, sound the fucking alarms. The definition of distress, right? So tough day for my guy Goots. Tough day, but he'll bounce back. And I still stand by him in the city of Baltimore where I was born. People forget. But all the chirps are deserving.
I do
They're
forget.
deserving.
Wow.
Yep.
Krabs, do you think right now you could step in after watching you hit that bomb on Twitter last night and help the Yankees out, dude?
I mean, against Kyle Hendricks, who's thrown 88. Yeah, I was facing faster than that in fucking summer ball junior year high school. Yeah.
Dude,
Just no
Krabs, that's
approach.
one of the most beautiful swings I have ever seen. It's more impressive that it was slow pitch. Like I think it's better to
Actually,
have good
it's a
form with like
highlight.
a fastball. You had to wait
Yeah.
on it and you cranked it.
It's the hardest part of softball is keeping the weight back and waiting for it. You got to tell yourself, wait some more.
Yep.
Wait another minute. Check your watch. Has it been 60 seconds? And then you're swinging. It's brutal. People think it's fucking easy because you know where it's going. It's actually harder because the faster it comes in, the faster it goes out. People don't know that, but it's true.
Facts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krabs, why didn't you get to Aura Farm around the bases?
When you hit a home run, you don't have to run the bases. And my big ass ain't running them for fun. Okay?
Krabs,
Wait
I
a-
gotta say, dude, like the one thing I was so impressed by, dude, you went hips, elbows, knees, all in unison, dude.
Dude,
through the
launch
ball.
angle was unbelievable.
Yeah, that
Unbelievable.
had to be at least 112 off the bat. At least. The exit velo on that puppy was high. Yep.
But now, Krabs, the most important question: did you guys win the game?
We did. We were actually pretty solid. It's kind of sad that that's one of my highlights in recent years is hitting that fucking Nukenheimer, but it is. It is. I'm an honest man. And that's a top 5 moment for me right there. Yep.
Krabs, what's going on with the Yankees, man? I know you've been a career hater. I took their team total yesterday because I thought they're just due.
Yeah. Yeah, they are due. Unfortunately, in baseball, though, look, you can't fade streaks. And when teams are stinking it up, whether it's the Nats who are actually that, whether it's the Yankees who are solid, but right now they're struggling. When a team is down bad, you can't back them. You wait until you see them come up and figure it out, and then you can start betting on them. But you can't catch the falling knife. And this is coming from me, a guy who tries to do it every day in every sport. But I've learned my lesson on the diamond, Mike. It's too long of a season. There's too much variance. Even teams like the Yankees, who are good, quotation marks, good, even they can go on and lose 6 games in a row like it's nothing. And then at the end of the season, nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to remember because they play 162 games, right? It happens. It happens in baseball. The Nats have lost 11 in a row right now, and they're not even good, but that's impressive if you think about it, right? 11 games in a row. How does that happen, right?
I take your 11 and I raise you the 20 that the A's lost in a row.
Yeah, people forget. People forget. Although I think actually they lost 11, won 1, and then lost like another 11. They did. I think they did sneak a win in there, Mike, because I did see a tweet that the Nats have tied the Athletics this season for the longest win streak. But yeah, the A's won like 1 game in a month. That was crazy. But that happens all the time in baseball. It does. Because if you think about it, it's really just like losing 2 or 3 weeks in a row in the NFL. It really is.
That's true. You're just playing so many more games.
Managers will tell you too, like, don't stress, don't sound the alarms, don't freak out. Look, it's a marathon, not a sprint on the diamonds, right? If you lose every game for 1 week, it literally cannot mean less. Now, if you lose every game for a month, some problems start to arise. But yeah, it happens. It's not as big of a deal as it seems, but I'm certainly going to let the Yankees fans hear it. Yep.
I agree. I think you should.
Yep.
My buddies amongst them. Bastards.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of Yankee fan friends.
So like too many, dude. I spent one of my best friends of all time is a fucking Yankees fan. It's just
tell them 16 years since they've last won a World Series. 16. I'm counting.
Krabs, is the A's team total dead, dude? I just need confirms.
I like the A's on the ML today. To be honest, the Athletics on the money line. Yup. Dude, Jacob.
Wow. All right, so let's go through the baseball slate, Krabs. Then, obviously, you know we do it very differently over here at TMA. I don't want to take any plays that you're going to have on the Sharp Report, but we have some real early games, so maybe we can get to those for those people that want to get those wagers in before the games start. The Twins played the Reds. It seems as though it's a little bit of a pick 'em here at an 11:40 a.m. first pitch. What do you do, Krabs?
I think you ride the hot hand. You take the Reds again.
Wow.
Take the Reds again. They've won 4 in a row. Twins have lost a bunch of games in a row, like 7 in a row. And we've seen this before with the Twins this season. We've seen them on losing streaks earlier on the season. We saw them on a crazy win streak a month or 2 ago. You probably remember that. This team is so fucking streaky. Maybe the streakiest in baseball this season. And right now the Twins are struggling. They are seeing fucking pennies up there at the dish. And right now, since he's playing really well, they've won 4 straight games in a row. On the diamond, you ride the hot hands. You take the Reds. And it doesn't hurt that the Reds are catching steam as well. I know the Twins open up a favorite. Kind of sketch. Not going to lie, but who gives a shit? And the Reds are catching 30 cents of steam right now, and the splits look very sharp. I think you ride the hot hand. You back the Reds to get their 40th win in a row. Or their 40th win of the season. Jesus. 40 piece.
So now, Krabs, do we fade the Yankees at plus 225 with Tyler Anderson? Or are they now officially in actual dude territory?
You're better off just not betting that game, to be completely honest with you. But if you're going to take something in that game, yeah, you back the Angels because you can't hop on the Yankees when they're on this losing streak. You simply can't. Because you could have said the same thing last night, and the Angels paid a plus 200 almost last night. And now we're here again today. They probably keep losing.
Lauren,
is anyone looking at this total? Because holy shit.
I was literally about to say, why is the total 10 when the Yankees have scored 2 runs in 5 games?
I don't even think they've scored 10 combined in the last 3 games.
Yeah, they play in a Mickey Mouse ballpark. It's cheating. Those are 2 reasons.
That's fair.
Someone said the weather is gorgeous today in New York. We might have balls going out of park at an insane rate.
Day game. It's hot up here on the East Coast. I'm sure it's hot up there as well. A little bit more north, but it's a hot, steamy, muggy day. Ball's going to be flying during this day game slate like they typically do at Yankee Stadium. So high total. They got that 3.5 runs allowed square again. for an Angels pitcher that we saw a couple days ago. It's giving me PTSD from that Hendricks angle. But they have another Anderson 3.5 earned runs allowed square up there. I'll tell you what, though, with Anderson, he's one of those pitchers that I have had zero luck fading in my entire life. The guy just goes out there and overperforms 9 times out of 10. He's one of those pitchers that I've just put off to the sides for the last couple of years, like Martin Perez and a couple of these other weird lefty veterans who get no line respect at all, and they go out there and they overperform almost every start. It's the weirdest thing ever. And it's just something I've picked up on, Mike. So I don't fade Tyler Anderson anymore, and I'm certainly not back in Rodon and the Yankees today. Now, if you want to take something in this game, just take the over. Take the over. But Jesus, do not pigeonhole yourself to the Yankees.
I mean, I just can't believe they're minus 285, almost 300 with the way they've been playing.
A smart man would tell you to just stay off.
Krabs, I mean, we'll just stay in this early slate. Where are you at with the Nats?
We've got leader of the Nats book club on the bump today. Imagine. I don't know if you heard that, Mike, but they started a book club about a month or two ago. And there was an article about it in the midst of a shit season. And now they've lost 11 games in a row. So Trevor Williams was actually the one that started up the book club. So hopefully he put the fucking novel down last night, locked in, and maybe looked at some of these guys' splits to figure out how we can fucking beat the Rockies, the worst team in baseball history. History. The worst baseball team in fucking history. The worst baseball team I've seen in my life, Mike. And I've seen a lot of baseball games. A weird amount, some might say. Worst team I've ever seen. And they're about to fucking come into our house and sweep us.
Minus 175.
Take the Rockies on the ML. Plus
Wow.
Freebie.
With the novels in the clubhouse?
Freebie. The Nats have been favorites at home 10 times this season, Mike. You want to take a guess at how many of those games they've won?
There's no way you're 0-10.
0. Zip. Zilch. None. None.
Krabs, how is that possible?
I don't know. It's one thing if the team just sucks ass. It's one thing if they're actually the Rockies and they're just moose shit from top to bottom. That's why it's so frustrating, Mike. They're not. They have James Wood. They have Mackenzie Gore. They have CJ Abrams. They have a couple young pieces. They have a little bit of potential. That's why it's so frustrating. And what they do every game is they fucking get a leadoff runner on every single inning. They leave him on base every single inning. They don't play small ball. They don't move the runner over. They don't play to win. And then they come back in the 9th inning every fucking game and they lose by 1. And it's the most frustrating thing. I'd rather lose by 10. To creep back into every fucking game and play well at the end and show heart, it's so infuriating. I'd rather lose by 10. Because I'm like, they're right there. That's why I care. If they just stunk, then they stink. And I wouldn't be this pissed. But the fact that they have potential pisses me off, man. It really does.
Krabs, is it true? Can you confirm nor deny that since you slandered Bruce the dog, the Nats are 0-7?
Unfortunately, I can confirm, and that's probably the gambling gods teaching me a lesson. Yep.
You got to
You don't
watch
fuck.
them out, Krabs.
You don't fuck with the pups.
You don't.
You don't fuck with the pups.
We
Whether
might
he
have
takes
to
the
get a
shittiest
graphic
route to a
movie
bat of all
from the
time,
Bookit Social,
whether he's overrated
like
or not.
Krabs fucked a pup, and now they're 0-7.
I chirped the pup. That's on me. And now I'm paying the price. Yep. I'm paying the price.
Krabs, last game I want to ask you about. Then we'll do some PODs, and we'll get to the prize pick squares for today, and we'll talk about the NBA playoffs.
Sure.
Me and Lauren, newly minted Cubs fans. The Cubs are minus 131 to Freddie Peralta and the Brew Crew today.
You want to take him on the MLs?
I kind of want to. Is that bad?
I'd probably take Trent on the ML, Jameson Italian. His twin. I'd take him on the ML. Cubs are hot too right now. They've won 4 or 5. Brew Crew lost 2 or 3. I'd take the Cubbies.
Yeah, I think we win too. My favorite PP square is also in this game. It's not a Cub.
Ooh.
Fading a Brew.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
We'll get to it.
Wow. All right, Krabs, let's talk NBA basketball. The Thunder are -6 going into Indiana with the potential to end the series. Tyrese Halliburton potentially not suiting up and playing tonight. I think I'm just going to take the Thunder here to end it all.
I think he's going to play.
He's for sure playing, right?
They said they're preparing to play without him.
Yeah, I feel like that's just them trying to get the Thunder a little comfortable.
I agree with you there, but it might be better if he doesn't play, to be honest with you, for the Pacers.
Yeah, if he's actually that
he's hurting the
hurt.
team.
If he's actually that
he's
hurt.
hurting the team. I mean, if he plays anything like he did the other night, he's going to cost his team another win. Plain and simple.
So
that
where are
team's
you at
very well
betting this
coached.
game?
I kind of like the Pacers if they stay at this number if he doesn't play. It's probably the only way I actually block this in, because if he doesn't play and they're only getting 6 points, kind of like them. I think they're sharp. Now, they are kind of public right now, especially on the ML, and I'm always very careful, treading lightly on teams who are popular, trendy dogs with their backs against the wall, and the betting mind wants to keep this series alive, right? Everybody wants to see the Pacers win. 9 out of 10 people to keep the series alive, keep the NBA season alive, right? So nobody wants to see OKC win this game on the road. They want to see a game 7. So you got to keep that in mind. And when you check the splits, the Pacers are a little public on the ML spread, getting almost 50% of the bets and handle. Kind of sketchy. But if Halliburton doesn't play and the number stays the same, I probably will play the Pacers. Now, if Halliburton does play, I'm probably out. I'll kick the feet up and I'll just enjoy the show and see what happens, because there's too much variance with him if he's on the court. I don't know what the fuck kind of Halliburton we're going to get out there. Is he going to cost his team a win? Is he going to step up when the lights are bright and show up and hit some big shots like he's done low-key all season? I don't know. The way he's been banged up and playing lately, I'm starting to think it's going to be the former, and he's going to cost his team a win, but not confident enough in a read if he plays. If he doesn't, though, I'll be on the Pacers.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take the Thunder here -6, dude. I think the last game in Oklahoma City, I think, did something for the Thunder, man.
Yeah.
I think it did something for the Thunder
that was
either
a
way. I
statement
think
win.
they come in and end the series. It's giving me shades of Florida Panthers, even though I know Florida was at home, where it's just
Yeah.
like, all right, the series could be ended tonight, and the Thunder are just going to come out looking incredibly dominant.
Yeah. I
Definitely
mean,
good.
the last 2 games, I know, they barely won 2 games ago. They only won by like 6, but big time win there on the road at Indiana. Last game was a statement win by 11. But I will say the Pacers, they were right there. And then every fucking possession, the last 5 minutes of that game, they turned the ball over. It was so frustrating to watch as a +9.5 ticket holder. They were right there with Halliburton's worst fucking game I've ever seen him play. Worst game ever. And they were right there down to the wire. And if they didn't turn the ball over every possession for the last 5 minutes, that game would have been even weirder.
You're not.
I think they
wrong,
can keep it close,
Krabs.
man. I do.
You're not wrong.
But I don't want Halliburton out there, I'll be honest.
I don't know if I would.
McConnell would.
Let McConnell cook. Let him cook.
He dropped 0 while being a PP free square.
Yeah. It's
He had
actually
4
crazy.
Yeah, I think he had 4 free throws.
Yeah, he did have 4 free throws.
All right, let's do some PODs. Then we'll go to prize picks, and then we'll get the people out of here to BTL.
Sure.
I might POD the U.S. men's national team against Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Was not
After all the
expecting.
chirps,
Not
huh?
expecting that at all.
I might have to POD the boys.
Just so you can bitch.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
But they are -185, so I might have to do a little -1, which is a nightmare in soccer.
Oh, God. Can you take
Krabs,
him like
POD, what do you think
full-time or something?
TMA graphic?
Shit. Let me get the Athletics on the money line for the vibes.
Yeah, I like that.
They've been a
Let me get Jacob Wilson on the money line. The Athletics are catching steam. They have gotten torched in the first 2 games of this series. The Astros have come in, taking their lunch money, taking their wives, taking everything from them, right? They've absolutely embarrassed them. They've come in here like they own the place. I think the Athletics put their foot down. They score some runs against Gordon. If you look at some of Gordon's squares on prize picks today, would not be surprised if he gets mucked up. And I kind of want to ride the hot hand with the lefty in Lopez.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the U.S. men's national team -1.5 +145, and I'll tweet that. POD, I'm going to go Washington Nationals team total over 5.5.
Wow.
I think now that we have called out the boys on TMA, this is where they come out just scorching.
I hope so, man.
Just scorching.
We did hit up Dolander when we were out in Colorado a couple weeks ago, and they have seen him. He's also terrible.
I was gonna say
That helps.
was for that game in general.
Is that POD?
I like that over in that
I want
game.
to double
Yeah.
dip.
Why not?
Trevor Williams is coming off of his only good start of the season. LC, if he follows that up again, I'll tip cap. He's dog shit.
And I could switch it up.
Dude, we could so double dip because yours could hit, mine could not. Like the Nationals could score 6 runs or score.
I like the
3
over in that
runs, and
game. I really
the
do.
Rockies dunk on Krabs again.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that then. I do like that over.
All right.
That shit's hitting.
I'm gonna go.
Josh Kaz.
I'm gonna go to the over in the Cards White Sox game.
What the
just
fuck is that?
just a disgusting game that not a single person's gonna watch, but that total is fairly high for how Moose shit those bets.
What the fuck is that?
Just give me it. 2 rat arms too, I believe.
Also, other plays I like today. I'm gonna go right hawk to the Rays with Rasmussen against Moose shit Morton, and I'm definitely taking the Cubs.
I
Definitely
love the
taking
Cubs.
Game 1 with Taillon.
Since you brought up the Cubbies, Mike, I can't stop looking at them right now. I can't believe I let it squeak. Talion minus 130 against Peralta. I know the Cubs get some respect, especially at home, but come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Has to be.
Love that. Talion stinks. Minus 130 against Peralta, 260 ERA. Give me a break.
Wait, Josh, there's 2 White Sox Cardinals games?
Yeah, I think they got rained out yesterday.
I was doing the McGreevy one.
That's
Is that
game 2.
1? Game 2.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Not Burke Fetty.
McGreevy's ass.
McGreevy Vassal.
Keep Fetty out of that shit.
All right, let's go to Prize Picks, where square of year, right hawk to it, 1 day early, Lindor 1.5 HR.
Sure you can.
I have to, dude. I have to.
Okay.
I have to because I feel like baseball is one of those sports where you can be a day early.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Sure you can.
Run it back.
I'm running.
Just don't run it back 10 times in a row and Martingale. You can run it
I'm
back
running
once. Sure.
Right hawk to it
Okay.
against Strider.
What do I want to take? Oh, I got one. Ryan Nelson, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Pitcher for the D-backs.
It's really good, Krabs. I also like the over in that game.
Wow.
Sure. I like the over. I think Gosman pitches okay. No shutouts, but I think he outpitches Nelson. Nelson's got that sketchy earn run square. Gosman's got some squares that make me think he might be all right after giving up some runs in his last couple. And then like every game in the series, we probably do get some late runs. And I do see the juice moving towards the over. So I do like runs in this game, LC. But I'm on Toronto first 5 -0.5. I do think they win this game through 5. I think they put up some serious runs against Ryan Nelson, who's been really good. Not a full-time starter. He keeps going back and forth between the bullpen and starting, depending on, their pitching injury situation. He's been eating up innings. He's been really good, honestly. But today, I think he gets mucked up. Toronto is on fuego. I want to back their bats.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna fade Freddie Peralta today and take his less than 17.5 pitching outs. It is green as mom, his last 3.
Yeah, that's a good square.
And I mean, with this line being this low, I guess with the Cubs being that short of a favorite, they shouldn't even be favorites in this game, honestly, with that pitching matchup. And the total being at 8.5, I feel like we touch Peralta up, and he goes less in pitching. Also, he's got a walk problem this year, and we are a patient team. So,
Okay.
a lot of pitches early, a lot of game early.
Lauren.
Might have to take us to the court tonight.
Wow.
Speaking to me is Matherin, 2.5 3-pointers attempted. I think he's going to be the guy tonight. They got to score. Desperate situation. I think he rips 3.
I actually love this 4-piece.
Or you could go 11.5 points.
It's up to 11.5.
Yeah, it was bumped up. I liked it at 11, but
He was saying he's gonna be aggressive too.
Brother.
I don't know if you saw.
Did you guys see my 4-piece I posted yesterday for the NBA? And I said, this is hitting. I got Matherin at 10.5.
Yeah.
And hard fantasy. Matherin points, Chet points and assists, and SGA made 3s. That's literally hitting, and I posted it yesterday.
Ooh.
Let's go 3-pointers attempted.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that.
All right, the 4-piece today for
birthday
TMA. It's Matherin birthdays?
No way.
Wow. He's about to have a day.
All more thans other than Freddie Peralta. Francisco Lindor, 1.5 HRR. Ryan Nelson, more than 2.5 earned runs. Freddie Peralta, less than pitching outs. And Benedict Matherin, more than 2.5 3-pointers attempted. I fucking love that.
With Peralta, we're just rooting for all the Cubs bats. That's all it is. So it's like a more than for the Cubs.
I like this too.
Love that.
This is good.
I love that.
Come on.
You guys are telling me you don't love that?
I love
I
it.
think Joshy was in his bag with that weird less than pitching out square. I'm high.
I agree.
Wow.
Let's go, Joshy.
Come on.
I think Josh might have been in bag too.
Yeah, we need that.
I think I might have been, but I'm just kidding. All right,
Wow,
Krabs,
Chewy-
thank you for coming
Chewy's
on,
face
as
is
always, dude.
Sure. Appreciate you
You
having me, guys.
are good.
So Krabby.
It's a fucking Thursday. Even with the pinstripe hat on, Mike, you're still him.
Hey,
Nice.
do me a favor, give Goots hell, huh?
Sure. That I can do. We'll be.
All right, Krabby, appreciate you, brother.
See you, Krabs.
Peace, guys. Yeah.
Peace.
All right, everybody, you want to get the people out of here, and then we will we'll get it going, get people over to BTL.
Yeah.
We'll be chat.
Yeah. Peace, chat.
Have a great Thursday.
A 4-man smacking.
Oh, it's Mac. Peace.
That 4-man is fucking smacking. Okay. I actually love it. I actually love that 4-man. I'm all in on that 4-man. I think we got dialed. I might have to switch out Franny though. I know. I like that I didn't question Josh.
Well, now you like the Cubs, so you're not going to question.
It's also true.
Yeah.
Also true. I can't question Josh because I am a Cubs fan now. All right, chat. Listen. We end every episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. And I try to just find something to give you guys to get you through the day. And I think what I am going to say today, I had something that I saw on TikTok again. I'm just trying to find the screenshot. I apologize when we're a little out of sorts like this. Here we go. And it's another verse I have for you. Again, I'm not a massive religion guy. I think I have a very casual relationship. But I do think a lot of the quotes and readings can just be applicable to life. And I think this one comes from Peter 1:6. And I just think it's a great message. So be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead, even though you must endure many trials for a little while. So be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead, even though you must endure many trials for a little while. I don't think enough times in life we give ourselves credit that we're going to have to go through stuff. Life is never going to be easy. Life is never going to be a flat line. Life is going to be valleys. It's going to be peaks. It's going to be long valleys. It's going to be really high peaks, and it's going to be low ditches. And I think just hearing something like that and just keep reminding yourself that you're going to have to go through stuff in life, but there's always going to be a brighter side at the end of it. There's always going to be a peak at the end of a valley. There's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Because unfortunately, life is going to life every single day. And we're going to have to go through stuff. And I think just reminding yourself while you're going through something that there's going to be a peak at the end of this valley. You will come out on the other side of whatever it is you're going through. I promise. And that all comes from taking one step forward. And we say this every single day. Just take one step forward for me. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward. In life, we take steps backwards constantly. I don't know what it is, but I'll be honest, hand up, I just didn't have it this morning. I woke up and just did not feel like myself. Have not felt like myself all morning. I'm sure you guys could tell with the energy of myself through this episode, but I got through it. I apologize if it wasn't as upbeat as normal. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death, but I tried. And I think that's what we've learned through doing this show. That's the most important part, is just taking the attempt to be a better person, to wake up and make somebody's day and not try to bring everybody down. And the reality is we're going to take steps backwards, and that's going to happen all the time. I love you. Haven't heard that today. I love you. Tune into BTL for me. Refresh the feed right after we're done, and we got BTL up and moving. They're going to give you all the sharp plays on a massive baseball slate, and especially with the NBA Finals. We'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place, to get you to the weekend. We got PLL to talk about. We got baseball all summer long, and the dog days might start tonight. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow.